In case you guys haven't seen this yet, Devon and LEVAN recently had a left-handed match in the back of Ingen's spaceship, and there wasn't a super clear winner, but Ingen has now put out another video in which Devon and LEVAN discussed this left-handed match. But what both of them said actually surprised me, and I found it to be very interesting. They seemed to pretty much agree on what they felt, as well as the potential implications for a legit left-handed match in the future. And of course, as is always the proper thing to do in arm wrestling, we absolutely must apply bro science to everything these guys say about their left-handed match and apply it to their upcoming right-handed match. So let's take a listen to the clip.
If it was table, could you pin him?
If I go here, I think he's take my wrist.
It's interesting because neither one of us really trains our left. Probably that match would stop.
So LEVAN talks about how he was unable to drive sideways because he was up against the wall of the spaceship, so he didn't have enough room to lean toward the imaginary pin pad. However, LEVAN says that he thinks his wrist probably would have gone back if he did try to go sideways. And when Devon starts to talk about this, he pretty much agrees. Devon says he thinks that he would get a stop at some point in a theoretical left-handed match, and LEVAN doesn't really dispute that very heavily. It sounds like they are both in agreement that a left-handed match could potentially be a good match at some point in the future. So, what does this mean for the right-handed match? Nothing, you say? Well, this is probably true, but why not mindlessly speculate for fun? As we know, arm wrestling math is a real thing and it always works perfectly. The thing about Devon and LEVAN is that both of their left arms are such utter garbage compared to their right arms. In Devon Larratt, you have someone who literally has not lifted a weight for years on his left arm and is essentially trying to allow his left arm to die out in hopes that the right arm will absorb the energy. He wants his right arm to steal nutrients from his left arm. Obviously a pretty extreme approach. And then in LEVAN, you have someone who hasn't had a left-handed match in years, and he also sustained an injury to his left wrist. So the funny thing about this whole situation is that Devon and LEVAN's left arms are so bad that it's possible that their left-handed match in Ingen's spaceship could actually reflect what's going to happen in their right-handed match. If both Devon and LEVAN's left arm is 10% off their right, for example, this would be a plausible outcome. Of course, all of this is entirely subjective, so I'm curious what your take is on this. If you had to guess, which athlete do you think has a bigger gap between his right and left arm? Devon or LEVAN? And we are now just 4 days out from match day.